Welcome back, players and trainers. It's your boy Blazin Squid, and this is week 7 up against Andrew LDL, the Lonely Draft League. And as mentioned in my team builder, if you have not watched it, hey, go check it out. It's in the playlist. It's I don't know, bro. You can find it. I don't have that many videos, but yeah, we are bringing Jirachi, Tapu Manaphy, Side Guard, Arcanine, and Heliodus. It is not my typical live commentary. It's gonna be a post commentary. I'm sorry about that. I had to wake up like 6. Oh, I didn't wake up at 6. I woke up like at 6:30 in the morning. Everyone was still sleeping. I messaged like Andrew and I played quietly. I didn't want to break with my brothers and whatnot, but he is bringing the Chandelure, the Crocodile, the Suicune, the Mega Beedrill, the Venusaur, and the Manaphy. Expecting him to kind of lead with Mega Beedrill. I'm gonna start off with Jirachi. Plus, Jirachi gives me the chance to build rocks if he does start off from Venusaur. But let's jump into this match, and you guys will see. I'll kind of talk you through it. So my boy Andrew is gonna be issuing that challenge. Are we recording? We are recording. So yeah, as this match goes on, I'm like, okay, he is gonna lead with the Chandelure, which is a great play by him because I'm weak to both of his stabs, Ghost and Fire, since I am a Psych and Steel type. So I'm just gonna kind of reveal here. I'm Scarf, if he was Scarf, and go for the U-turn. And here I kind of thought, do I hard read and switch into Helios, expecting like a Shadow Ball? But I said it's too early for that. Like making hard reads like that is unnecessary, especially since against Jesse we saw that I tried to make a hard read like turn 1, and it kind of cost me almost the match. So I'm kind of gonna here, and I make another hard read, expecting him to switch into Suicune. I try to go for the energy ball to get that huge damage off, as he does not. He does go for the taunt. So good information there is we kind of reveal he is not Scarf, and I'm like, okay, he's probably just gonna stay in here. We can take it out. So he's not Scarf, which is great news because the Scarf's Chandelure is scary with that base 140 attack. But getting rid of the Chandelure is a great first turn of events. Here I kind of wish I had brought the Psychium Z to kind of take out this Venusaur. I should have thought about it, but you know, I water read that Water MZ. Plus I had to check for that. So I'm just gonna switch into Jirachi, which resists the grass moves. Plus it can take any Sludge Bomb for days. As you can see, it does not affect us thanks to our Steel typing. And here, as I see him staying in, I'm like, okay, he's going for a Sleep Powder, and he lands it. As he does land it, as Andrew always thinking lands a Sleep Powder, puts us to sleep. I am going to stay a turn because sleep is like 2 to 5 turns potentially. So I'm like, okay, let me at least burn the first turn. And if I can at least, just for later on purposes, like if it comes down to a wire where I need Jirachi, and I needed to wake up, and it's just gonna be like a 20% chance. It's a 20% chance. I'm gonna have to take a 25 actually, because it's 2, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I do not know how to count. I just skipped 3. So he doesn't bring Crocodile. Crocodile. Every time it brings in Crocodile, I do have Tapu Bulu to counter it because I resist his Dark and his Grass typing. Thanks to the grassy terrain, it is cut in half. So here I can freely just go for the Wood Hammer. Let's not make any hard plays. I could have gone for the Zen Headbutt, like I kind of wanted to here, but try to make a hard read, expecting it to be Scarf. I've seen bring that Moxie Scarf, so I was afraid of that. So I'm just going straight for the Wood Hammer in case you wanted to stay. And Wood Hammer does over 50% to this Beedrill, which is ridiculous. Like, wow, if I could have gotten a crit, that would have been nice. But as mentioned in my team builder, we can't outspeed him. Like, no matter what I have done, what would I have done? Like, unless I have agility, I would not outspeed Beedrill. So I'm just gonna hard switch into my Arcanine, which will get the nice Intimidate off and kind of cripple this Beedrill. Kind of hoping I did have extreme speed here, so that way I would have been able to take it out without having to take any chip damage. But that is not the case in this scenario, unfortunately. So yeah, he's just gonna go for the knockoff here, get rid of our lefties, which is a great play by him. But at least we have the grassy terrain to kind of give us some of that lefties back. So here, next turn, I'm gonna go for the Willow, just to kind of expect him to hopefully switch out. and I can just cripple something, as he does go for the poison there. It does have adaptability, so that does a tremendous amount. So it's like, whoa, okay. Shoot. Like, I'm like, oh man. I was like, luckily we lived. I'm like, okay, at least we didn't see the drill run. I believe the drill run would have taken us out at this point. So once again, extreme speed here would have been like so important. He does go for the drill run and he misses. So finally, we get some hacks in our favor. I believe that's the first term of hacks. We do go for the burnout there. Arcanine burns itself out. This is a really important play here now, because as my HP does go up to 56, that is a guaranteed I will live one entry to Ross, as he does bring in Suicune now, who is going to take the 12.5% from the rocks. Some nice chip damage there. As mentioned, Heliolisk is my #1 check, because after the Calm Mind, it is going to do over 50%. So that is my switch into here. Thankfully, Arcanine will live that entry to rocks, as he still has a Crocodile in the back, and he does have his Croc and Infernape. Yes, Croc and Infernape. So yeah, here, now we know, we see the Calm Mind, obviously. We know he can't go for the Scald, because we do have the Dry Skin, which is a nice ability by Heliolisk. Look at that damage, bro. If he had not gone for Calm Mind, we would have easily taken out this Suicune. Unfortunately, that is not the case. He is going to go for the Ice Beam, and guess what? Yeah, he gets a freeze. I was so pissed, like, you guys don't understand. I was saying my usual cursing of cussing for those that are to the west of me. We say cursing down here. I was like fudging noodle sticks and whatnot, like all that bad stuff, but which isn't bad. That's some bad stuff. But, you know, trying to keep it PG and whatnot. So yeah, he is gonna go for the Resto Chesto. That nice Resto Chesto we've seen, I think the last 2 matches. So here I'm just gonna go for Energy Balls, hoping to get a special defense drop or anything like that. Would be crucial. And as you see there, that does about 25, more or less. It's around there. Yeah, 25, because that's just like 25, 26. And we do get the special defense drop, which is nice there, as he does go for the Calm Mind. So he is going to be at +2 attack, but his special defense is going to stay at +1. This is kind of just a laggy turn here. Just kind of Scald and Energy Ball back and forth now, until one mon takes out another. He knows he has no safe switch-ins, because I do something would have to take the Energy Ball, or if I overpredict and kind of go for thing. So yeah, he just wants to play it safe. Here we are going to take it out with an Energy Ball. We are up now 6-3, so it's looking really good in our favor. I like this. But he does still have some very scary mons in the back, and we have some cripple mons in our side, which can't really do much. So like here, Manaphy won't be able to take a Thunder Punch, or won't be able to take a close combat. Nonetheless, Flare Blitz. I'm just going to switch into Arcanine, kind of sack him off here, get the Intimidate, which we know we will live. Thankfully, thanks to that grassy terrain, it came in really helpful. Get that Intimidate off. As long as he doesn't U-turn, we'll be fine. He does go for the Mag Punch, so that's a great first turn there for us. Here I'm just gonna switch into Zygarde, knowing he can't hit me with anything for super effective damage. So unless he's getting like Hidden Power Ice, but that would be great tech. But that's a risk I'm willing to take. Andrew loves to run his Iron Fist Infernape. He is gonna go for the U-turn here. It's just gonna be taking I don't know if that's the greatest play, because you're taking Life Orb damage, plus you're taking Stealth Rock damage on the entry, unless you have a Defogger that I do not know about, but it's just Venusaur, Croc, and Infernape left. Infernape left. I'm just gonna go for the 1000 Bandit, 1000 Arrows here, as it is neutral on the Venusaur, neutral on the Croc, super effective on Infernape. Take it out. It does a little under what I would want it to do. It's about like 35, I believe, 35-40%. I'm just gonna keep switching into my bad. He's switching into Tabu Bulu, which will resist both stats from Croc, as he does go in for the knockoff, which is very unfortunate, but is also fortunate because it allows us to kind of now freely move up, switch our moves up, as you will see here. So here I'm gonna make a hard read. I haven't been all my hard reads and we're not paying off, but here I'm gonna pick a hard read, and just go for the Zen headbutt, expecting either Venusaur or Inferno to come in. And as you will see here, we are gonna land the Zen headbutt. We are making plays for days. Plays for days. I'm like, oh, it's going down pretty damn fast, and it stops just barely. So unfortunately, we couldn't get the KO right there, but eventually we will get that KO. Needless to be, we're gonna hard switch into Jirachi here because Jirachi can be put back to sleep. Plus, there's a sleep cost, so you can't put anything else back to sleep. I kind of debate here because I know like the Surge Bomb won't hit me. If he goes for him, Power Fire, great. We'll get more information. Here, I kind of debate: do I go for the Psychic or do I go for the U-turn? I'm gonna stick to the Psychic because if we would have woken up the next turn, 10 times out of 10, Psychic was the right play to make. Lock us up into Psychic as it is super effective on Inferno and super effective on Venusaur. So we don't wake up on the second turn, which is very unfortunate. I'm like, okay, that's great. So we're just gonna go and stay in again. I thought maybe we should switch out, maybe not. But as like, if he does want to stay in, it would be a great turn right now to kind of get that Psychic off. And as you will see here, guess what? Yeah, we wake up and our Psychic doesn't affect Croc. If he would have brought in Inferno, that would have been amazing. If he would have stayed in with Venusaur, also amazing. That's not our case this week. As he is gonna kind of switch in Croc. The grassy terrain is gone, so it freely allows me to bring in Tapu Bulu, bring it back up, as Earthquake will be reduced in case he wants to use it against my Jirachi or go for the knockoff. But knowing that I have the Tapu Bulu in the back, resisting the knockoff, not holding an item, Earthquake is the better move to make here. And as you will see here, Earthquake still is not doing enough. Had he brought Stone Edge, would have been a problem. And if it would have landed Stone Edge, that would have done huge damage. It's not stab, but it's not affected by the grassy terrain. As you will see here, the Croc does outspeed us, and maybe even if you carried Fire Fang, that would have been nice prep. So we're just gonna go for the Wood Hammer here. I wish I would have brought Horn Leech, as Horn Leech would have got me that nice HP recovery, but it wouldn't have hit as hard as for like the Suicune and the Metagross. Like I needed to hit hard for. Maybe I could have carried the Horn Leech over the Rock side, but that's for future reference. So now we're just kind of down to like my last 4 months. I had this up like 6-3, which is unfortunate. But I think that Rocky Helmet might have potentially will put me over the edge. But at least with the Rocky Helmet, it kind of allows me to bring in Zygarde freely. Kind of just click outrange to take out his last 2 mods, which at the range that they were at, they were just not going to be able to live. And kind of seeing that by the way he was playing, he was not carrying any ice moves. The only ice move mod he did carry was his Suicune. Once I got rid of the Suicune, like Zygarde didn't have any big threats on the field to take it out, it's a relief because I outsped about everything except for the Mega Beedrill and the Inferno. So great information. It's a great battle overall by Andrew. So we are going to walk away from this victory of 4-0. We are still in the top first seed. So pat in the back to Squid Nation. Did I even do my intro? How's it going, players and trainers? I don't know if I did. But yeah, thank you, Andrew. Hey, old-time rival in the sense, mainly because we were both doing our mixed runs at the same time, and he was the Steel Gym and I was the Fairy Gym, and knowing that Steel is super effective at Fairy, it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough to get past Steel, especially now that I no longer have Mega Mawile, and who's also a potential Monomines. I think Mega Mawile was it. And now that he has Edge's Slashback, it's pretty hard. Like I really needed Mega Mall. Mega Mall she was big. But at least Mega Metagross is banned, so still isn't too much of a problem. Plus we have Magearna, but Magearna we're probably gonna ban pretty soon as well. So it's not looking too good for my fairies, but we are trying to get back up to that top seed with our fairy run. So hey, check those out. Check out my Squid Ocean series where we do team builds for opponents like these. These matches are fun. I love these draft leagues. These draft leagues have you constantly building every week for new opponents, new styles. It's something different. It's something pretty fun. I consider it pretty fun. But yo, I don't think I've said about everything. We do face Arthur next week. Oh my God, we face Arthur. Arthur is our #1 rival. He's the only one that's shown me the potential to actually that he's better than me. Like he's better than me. He might not consider it, but you know we both have our strengths and our weaknesses. But he's slightly better than me, and when you have someone slightly better than you, you try to up your game and you try to beat him, and you try to take that momentum in your favor. It's a nice momentum, especially since we are in the same conference, so we would be having to face each other in playoffs before one of us can even advance the finals. I wish I was in another conference, that way we could meet each other up in finals. That would be a match that everyone wants to see. Everyone it's kind of established that we are one of the top players in this league, so it's a match that everyone looks forward to. Everyone has their side. Everyone roots. They're either Team Excalibur or Team Squid. So hey, write down the comment discussion below. Who are you gonna be rooting for next week? Are you gonna be on Team Excalibur? Or are you gonna be Team Squid? But with that said, hey, check out the links I have below. All great Pokemon groups. Check them out. I got channels of my other two friends, Brennan and Excalibur. Thumb Brother 2, and the Lazy Ghost, also known as Excalibur. Check them out. They put up also their videos of their recaps, post-com, live-com, all that good stuff, Nuzlocke, whatnot. But with that said, you guys are amazing. If you're a player, hit that subscribe button. If you're a trainer, hit that like button. And if you're a hater, Squid Nation, hit that dislike button. But with that said, y'all are amazing. Stay blazing. Squid out.